The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and the good ship and crew was in peril. And later that night, when his lights went out of sight, came the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn the minutes to hours? The searchers all say they'd have made Whitefish Bay if they'd put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up, or they might have capsized. They may have broke deep and took water. And all that remains is the faces and the names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Lake Huron rolls, Superior sings in the rooms of her ice water mansion. Old Michigan steams like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther below, Lake Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. And the iron buds go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November remembered. In a musty old hall in Detroit they pray, in the Maritime Sailors' Cathedral. The church bell chimed till it rang 29 times for each man on the Edmund Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchee Gumee. Superior, they said, never gives up her dead when the gales of November come early. That was The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, and I played it straight from the charts of the Morristown Uke Jam. So take the link in the video description, download the free ukulele song sheet, grab your own ukulele, and you can play right along with this video. And if you'll be anywhere near Morristown, New Jersey, come out and play with us. In just a moment, I'll do a basic tutorial covering everything I just played. At the very end, I'll do a slow motion close-up play along that you might find helpful. But right now, if you like the video, please like the video with a thumbs up. If you want lots more, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you want over 1,000 more free downloadable ukulele song sheets, each with a link to its own free video tutorial and play along just like this one, then check out our Dropbox and then come play with us. All right, now, right hand. Well, first off, this is a highly repetitive song. It's many verses. I don't know how many. I didn't count them all out. With instrumental verses stuck in between them. And the intro and the outro are just the same instrumental verse. There's no chorus. There's no bridge. It's just the same verse over and over again. And it tells, of course, a fantastic story, which is why you don't get bored with it, right? Because it's an awesome ballad. But yes, the intro is kind of a fingerstyle instrumental version of the verse. That's all it is. Then the verse, you do a simpler version of that, just strum through the chords, and then occasionally you play the instrumental verse as an interlude and as the outro, and that's all there is to it. So first I'm going to show you the basic strum, which we'd do on a verse, right? I'm just going to form a C. It's 3/4 time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it's down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down, 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 up, down. And I don't know if you can hear it. This is really subtle. But I do a little bit of kind of a fan. It's not a full-on fan, but I kind of let my fingernails go separately across the strings so that that first down has a fuller sound. If you're a beginner, you don't have to worry about that. Well, even if you're not a beginner, you don't have to worry about that. But that's how you can get a bit of a fuller sound without playing louder. The legend lives on from the Chippewa on down. Okay, so that's that. Now I'm going to show you the chord changes, because some of you might not be interested in the finger style. You don't have to do that, by the way. The finger style, you could just play chords through the intro and those interludes and the outro. You can do that. That'll be just fine. It's correct, right? But if you want more panache, I'll show you how to do the finger style in a bit. So, as far as the chord changes, I actually I vary between, depending on what I'm doing. I'll play the C with my finger, my ring finger, or my ring finger or my pinky. I'll do either one. But at the start, I need to use I need to set up. I need to use my ring finger for the C at the start. So I think generally I do. Legend lives on from the Chippewa down. So from there, I'm just going to either move or sort of roll my ring finger over and drop the rest of the G minor. And now, sorry, there's nothing in common there other than your index finger just moves over one fret. But, well, actually, that's not true. Look at that. Your middle finger stays put right there when you drop the rest, that B flat. And then you kind of roll up the index finger so it only covers the second string from the floor. Move your middle, and you got the F. And then usually from there, I'll use these two fingers for the C5. So again, the legend lives on from the Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchee Gumee. And see, then I just pick up a finger and I end up with my pinky on the C. And it's the same thing. But anytime I'm about to do that interlude, the interlude that is in fact an instrumental verse, right? Anytime I'm about to do that, instead of this as a C5, I'm going to use these two fingers. And that's because here comes that intro in that finger style. Now, you need to be able to see my right hand for this. All right. I'm going back and forth between, yes, I've still got this going, but I interrupt it with some plucks of two strings. I don't want to hear, I want to hear this. That's what I want to hear. There it is. Anyway, I want to hear that melody while I'm strumming, right? So the way I do it, I pluck the middle two strings with these two fingers. And then I pick up, so I've got the C, so it starts out as a C5, kind of, except I'm not playing the whole thing, I'm just playing the middle two strings. And then pick up. And now I'm going to, I'm dropping a pinky on the 5th fret and picking it up. And then B flat. Oh, sorry. So, sorry I'm stumbling through this, but so, again, I start out with a C5 shape, and then pick it up, drop that on the 5th fret, and pick it up, then G minor. Now I'm plucking the middle two strings again. Pick up one finger, so you can hear that, and then B flat, F, middle strings again, and I'm drop a pinky, drop it and pick it up, and then C5. Except I usually didn't pluck that. I just kind of didn't strum as far. And then B flat again, and C5. And again, in the verses where I'm about to do the interlude, like, and later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? I go to this C5, and I pause, and then, sorry, I picked it up. And that's it. Okay, now I'm going to play a slow motion close-up play along. You can see both my hands and not my face. I'm going to play from the intro through the first interlude, and that'll be the intro, finger style, 4 verses, and then the interlude, which is a shortened version of the intro, the finger style instrumental verse. So here we go now. I gotta start out with these fingers here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Chippewa on down of the big lake they call Gitchee Gumee. Pause, or one more, 2, 3. The lake, it is said, never gives up her dead. When the skies of November turn gloomy, I write in those 3 dashes each time you're supposed to do the long. With load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. Here's the 3. 1, 2, 3. That good ship and true was a bone to be chewed when the gales of November came early. 1, 2, 3. The chip was the pride of the American side, coming back from some mill in Wisconsin. No pause there. As the big freighters go, it was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned, concluding some terms with a couple of steel firms when they left fully loaded for Cleveland. And later that night when the ship's bell rang, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? Notice my fingers there. That's it. See you Wednesday. Bye.